is me, Neha Giri from CST department final year, and welcoming you to all because I'm very junior from you all guys. And so before starting this event, I would like to and welcoming the first speaker, Amir Bhandari, sir, Amir Bhandari bhaiya. So I would like to
Okay, should I start now?
yes.
Okay. Namaste and a very warm evening to this. Electronics, diploma in computer science, and among all, the only word that computer. And I said I want to do computer. What? So this is how my admission in CCT was done. The decision to join CCCT and the decision to take DCST as a course all happened by chance, not by my choice. Okay. So once we were coming out of the institute, me and my father, what happened is I saw some of the seniors who were coming out of the college and they were carrying books of such a huge size. Those so the biggest or the thickest book I had ever seen in my life was the Oxford Dictionary that I had in my home. But the book that the senior was carrying was even double the size of the dictionary. So I thought to myself, oh my God, how am I going to study here? How am I going to pass this institute? So gradually, so I took the admission in the institute. On the very first evening, one very unfortunate thing happened in the room, and when we were discussing with our seniors and my friends, what ST doesn't have much scope in India or in Sikkim. They told me like that. They said that the only placement company that comes for DCST students was Ramesh and Brothers. There was a company or a shop in Gantok. I had heard it for the first time. You will get placement in Ramesh and Brothers, and all you have to do, they said in Nepali, कि त्यहाँ चाहिँ झिगा मार्दै कम्प्युटर बेच्दै गर्नु मात्रै हो. So I was so much disappointed. I had so much expectation to become a JSAB, and now they are saying a computer salesperson, झिगा मार्दै है. So I felt really bad that day. Uh, but then days went. Even I even thought of changing my course back then. But now I look back and I think the two most beautiful decisions related to academics that I've ever taken in my life was to join CCCT and to take DCST as the course. that I can say now proudly. Okay. So I think I was one of the most introvert guy that CCT has ever seen till date. I was so much introvert that even in freshers program, I was so much afraid to go in the stage and introduce myself that I ran away from that program. Me and my friends went to Chirbiretar. I think you must have all have heard about Chirbiretar, right? Just beside the Jorthang, there is a beautiful place there. So me and my friends bunked that freshers program just so that we don't have to go to the stage and introduce ourselves. That was the kind of person I speak in front of two or three people. Okay, I would start blushing. That kind of attitude I had at that time. So in the very first class of communication skills one, I guess communication skills one, Jyoti ma'am, she noticed the introvert nature in me. And what she did is that she asked me to come in front of the class. She made me stand in front of the class and asked all of the students to stare at me for 5 minutes for no reason at all. So I literally started shaking. There were sweats flowing down my back, and I was blushing. And I started thinking first, I am not sure about the decision to join CCCT. And now Jyoti ma'am is making me face this humiliation. So I felt a little bit humiliated at the time. So, but gradually I didn't realize that slowly and steadily I was overcoming my fears. She told me that from now on, every day for the first 5 minutes, I'll have to come in front of the class and everyone will be staring at me like that only, as long as I don't overcome my fears. So this went on for a few days. So then I slowly started enjoying this thing. I started laughing, I started smiling with those people. And not only Jyoti ma'am's this wide activity of Jyoti ma'am, but also the entire curriculum of CCT was such that whether you want it or not, you have to go in front of the class and give lab talks. You'll have to stand in front of the assembly, read HR principle, news, mission, vision, objectives. You even have to conduct assembly. Okay, so all of these activities, slowly by slowly, I started overcoming my fears, and I think it made a lot of impact in my life back then. Okay. Now speaking about the first few days in college, you must all have heard about Balbadur Chetri. So Balbadur Chetri luckily was my batchmate, my classmate, and also my roommate. Okay, so I was lucky to share room with him in the first semester itself. So what he used to do is that every evening he used to uh, teach me about some programming concepts like io.h and such things, but concepts like loops, like what we say, and he asked me to write an algorithm to print that you must have done that program where we print one asterisk in the first line, then two asterisk in the second line. We create some sort of triangle in C program, right? So he asked me to what to say, write an algorithm for such things. So this is how I slowly started getting good interest in programming languages. So by the time programming classes actually started, I think I was pretty much clear on few of the concepts, and moreover, I had gained a lot of interest in that particular subject. And Balbadur, Chetri, Aviraj Agrawal, and me, three of us also planned to develop a project in the very first semester. What our plan was, it was to create a 3D model of the institute and a game sort of thing where the player would walk across the campus through our project. He would walk across the campus and he would be assigned different tasks all along the way. And he would have to complete those tasks to gain some points. So we thought to develop this project, and we spent so many days planning about the project. We'll do this, we'll do that. But as you all know, Balbadur was already on top of the ladder while we were simply learning how to write, how to print star in the program. So the came out. But one positive thing that happened during that time was that I came to know that there is a lot of what to say potential in programming languages. We can do anything that we like if we have interest in programming languages. So it worked a lot for me. So in this way, days went by. I must also tell you that when we talk about CCCT and DCST in particular, we all think that it is all about programming. We have to learn new languages, new concepts, and everything. But I must tell you, CCCT is also a place that helps you unlock your potential, the hidden potential that even you are not aware that you have. When I was in final year, I got a chance for the very first time in my life, I got a chance to write and recite a poem in the college. Okay, so it was probably Bhanu Jayanti program, and I recited a poem there. And Samir sir and Arun Pradhan sir, after the program, came back to me and said that you write well, you have to continue writing. So it was the very first time I had written a poem and somebody had appreciated me. So on the very next day, Jyoti ma'am called me to her staff room and said that this year we are going to bring out the college magazine. It was called Take back then. I don't know what it is called now. It was called Take. So she said that this year we will